Hello everyone, welcome to part 9 module 5 data communication. So we were discussing the error control strategy, particularly the error detection scheme, the well-known error detection scheme, that is cyclic redundancy check. So we already seen in part part 7, started with the part 7 and 8 I think, and entirely how the CRC is working, and we taken an example, we saw that in detail, and also the mathematical background, how the things are working, everything we already seen. And now so far we saw that CRC process. So before watching this video, I request you to go through that 7 and 8, otherwise it will be difficult for you to follow this. I assumed that you already seen 7 and 8, and with respect to that I am continuing this discussion. So now we are seeing the same CRC process, that is what we already seen in part 7 and 8, but in a different way. Okay, so using a CRC polynomial, because it is easy, it is always easy for us to so far we were dealing with binary, okay, zeros and ones, but it is always better for us to express those binary as a polynomial, so that for the further explanation and all it will be somewhat easy. Okay, so that is same concept only, but a different way of explaining everything. So you have to relate everything with the previous discussion, then only this will be clear for you. So CRC polynomial, and this is the second way of viewing the same CRC process, that is what we discussed in our previous parts. That is to express all values as polynomials in a dummy variable x. So we assume that our the original message of k bits, the frame check sequence, that is a reminder, the special pattern, everything we are going to view as a CRC polynomial, that is a function on variable x, some dummy variable, that's some variable you assume and make it a polynomial with that, and with the binary coefficient. So now you know, in a general polynomial the coefficient can be of any constant, but here we have a special binary values as the coefficient of the polynomial, and those coefficients are nothing but the binary that we assumed in our previous discussion. So we will take it as every binary pattern, and we will try to convert those binary pattern into a polynomial with variable x, where if you take the coefficients of the polynomial, that will be exactly equal to the binary pattern. Okay, so that is the idea. So the coefficients corresponds to the bits in the original binary number. So just take an example, it will be clear for you. Suppose this is a message we want to communicate, say 110011. You view this message as a polynomial of variable 5. So see how many bits are there, 6 bits are there. So you know, it can be expressed by a polynomial of degree 5, so x raised to 5, because we are starting with a constant that in term, that is x raised to 0. So that is why 6 bits 0 to 5, so we are going to get a degree 6 polynomial. So what we can do, so just multiply each bit with x power its binary position, just like this. This will be 1 into x raised to 0, which is 1, and this will be 1 into x raised to 1, that is x. Now this 1 into x raised to 0 into x raised to 2 and 0 into x raised to 3, both will vanish because we are multiplying by 0. Then this 1 into x raised to 4, the next weightage, that is x raised to 4, and finally this 1 into x raised to 5. Okay, so 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. This the position, this position will be getting a weightage of 5. So it is x raised to 5 plus x raised to 4, x raised to 3 and 2 are missing, then x raised to 1, and that is x and x raised to 0, which is 1. This is a corresponding polynomial. Similarly, suppose our pattern is some 1100. How we can convert? See how many bits are there, 5 bits are there. So it is a degree 4 polynomial. X raised to 4 plus x raised to 3 plus x raised to 2 and x raised to 1 are absent in our final polynomial, and x raised to 0, that is 1, is present. So again we will do the same arithmetic that we already seen, that's a modulo 2 arithmetic, which is otherwise the XOR arithmetic. So the CRC the entire process can be described like this. As usual we will do the original data, now we are calling as a polynomial of variable x, some dummy variable x. So d of x, in the previous example what we done, we multiply this d of x with 2 power n minus k, because you are appending that many zeros at the end. Now appending that many zeros at the end is equivalent to shift every bit of the original polynomial towards left, right? So equivalently you can multiply it with x raised to n minus k, so that shifting all bits towards left, the degree of the polynomial will be increasing accordingly. So what is happening, n minus k position has to be shifted left, or equivalently the highest degree of the original polynomial will be multiplied by this x raised to n minus k. Multiplication x raised to 5, for example, this is how many bits is our n minus k. If the polynomial is of 5 bits, then hope you remember this p is taken to be some n minus k plus 1 bits, right? So n minus k in this example is 4. So what you are going to do is you are multiplying this polynomial with x raised to 4. This x raised to 5 become x raised to 5 into x raised to 4, that is x raised to 9. Okay, we will take an example and we will see. So accordingly every bit will be shifted, and then after shifting or accordingly forming the new polynomial, that means in the original binary that we taken in the previous example, we appended some n minus k zeros and take that appended final sequence and convert it into a polynomial. Equivalently it will be this d of x into x power n minus k, same effect that you can experiment in that way also. And now we are going to divide this particular polynomial with our special pattern, that is a CRC polynomial. Let me CRC special pattern polynomial, that is p of x, and we are going to get a quotient and a remainder, and that remainder by p of x. So we will stop at the point when the remainder is of degree less than that of the, I mean at least 1 bit less than that of the original, this particular pattern. Okay, so that is the point you are stopping, and now this remainder you will take as a frame check sequence, or this special pattern polynomial will take as your error detecting sequence, and you will append it with the end of the original message, that is d of x you multiply with x power n minus k, and you will get this polynomial, and then you perform the polynomial addition of this with this r of x. Same process, but now we are viewing it as a polynomial, that's all. So just for the sake of understanding you can see that, but in the exams and all, I think most of the time they are asking from the first I mean binary representation only. You can, if they are asking in this way also, you can do it. Sometimes they may be giving only that CRC pattern p polynomial as a p as a polynomial, then other things are given in binary. So what you can do is you can convert that if somebody is giving you a polynomial, then you know the reverse process also, right? Simply if they are giving everything in polynomial or some information in polynomial, as you are I think more comfortable with that binary division, then what you can do is you convert this polynomial into binary and you perform the binary division everything, and finally the result remainder everything you convert back into polynomial. That is also possible if they are not restricting otherwise. Normally they will not restrict you in that way. So what you can do, so if you are given some pattern like x raised to 4 plus x cube plus 1, you can simply convert it like 1 1, x raised to 2 is missing, so 0 1 1 0, x raised to 1 is missing, again a 0, x raised to 0 is present, so 1 1 0 0 1 1. So like that from the polynomial, now you know how to convert this polynomial back to a binary. So it is always advisable or not, it's up to you. If you are comfortable with the CRC polynomial division, then you can proceed in that way, unless otherwise stated. If you are more comfortable with that binary division, I mean modulo 2 division, then you can convert everything into binary and you can perform the division. And finally when you are getting this remainder that is again in binary, you can convert that remainder into some polynomial by doing this process. Okay, and that is the thing. Now we will take an example, the same example that we discussed in our I mean part 7, I think, that's the basic CRC in the binary process, that we can take here also. So this is the D we assumed there, I think the same example. So when you are converting it into a polynomial, you can see that how many bits are there in this message. There are 10 bits, right? So you will be assigning the weights like 0 to 9, so you will be getting a degree 9 polynomial. Simply x raised to 9, x raised to 8 is absent, x raised to 7, then now 6 5 4 are absent, then x raised to 3, x raised to 2, 1 is absent, x raised to 0, that is 1. So equivalently this is the polynomial. Now the message pattern, I think it was like this. Then how many bits are there for, I mean 6 bits, so x raised to 5, x raised to 4, x raised to 3 absent, x raised to 2, again the next term absent, then x raised to 0, that is 1. Simply convert like this, and finally we should end up with the remainder, because we already executed the same example in our part 7, and there we obtained our CRC remainder or something like this, or its equivalent polynomial form is actually x raised to, so how many bits are there? 5 bits, so the x raised to 5th that term is missing, sorry, 0 to 4. Okay, x raised to 4 is missing, x raised to 3, x raised to 2 and x. So this has to be your reminder when you are performing CRC polynomial division. Okay, but you can cross check with your previous answer. From that, right now you know the answer also. So just verify you are going to get this or not. So figure in the next slide shows the polynomial division process that corresponds to the binary division in the preceding example. So it is something like this, the same binary everything. Now we expressed as C, as in the polynomial form. See what is happening. Our d of x, I mean, hope you remember d of x. What was your d of x? This was your d of x, right? And you are supposed to multiply this with 2 power n minus k, or n minus k zeros you are going to append. What is n minus k? Your pattern is how many bits? 6 bits, so 5 zeros, because pattern you are choosing like n minus k plus 1 bits. So n minus k is now 5 bits. So 5 zeros you will be appending, or equivalently when it comes to polynomial, we already seen that this x raised to 5, you will be multiplying this d of x with x raised to 5. So this is x raised to 9 and x raised to 5, that is x raised to this 9 plus 5 will happen x raised to 14, again into x raised to 5, this is x raised to 12, right? Yeah. So that is what we are getting. See, x raised to 14, x raised to 12, like that the remaining bits also. Some bits are absent, so that is given some space. So this is a space for x raised to 13, this is x raised to 11 is absent, 10 is absent, 9 is absent, then x raised to 8. So like that you have to express. If you are expressing like that, like this, now you will not get any confusion. Otherwise on the way you may get confusion. So those terms which are absent, simply give a space between them. Now the polynomial CRC polynomial we taken in our polynomial representation. Then what you are doing actually, you are actually this is going on time. When it comes to binaries, simply you can take this pattern, simply you can write here. Okay, but you know, as it is a polynomial representation, actually the entire thing you are shifted some bits towards left, and you are making this bit as the more significant bit. So equivalently, you know, this original d of x, you multiplied with x raised to 5, you got this, right? So d of x was your is having some x raised to 9 bits. So to make this, you multiplied this d of x with x raised to 5. Now how you can equalize this pattern so that the more significant bit is of this 14 bits. You can either do like this, you see the d of x was some x raised to 9, I mean degree 9 polynomial, so simply multiply this with x raised to 9. Or you can see that this this was x raised to 5 and it is going one time, this is x raised to 14. So what was the difference between 14 and 5? It was 9. So multiply the entire thing with x raised to 9 so that you can match every bit position like this. So x raised to 9 into x raised to 13 will come like that. Okay, now we are going to do the modulo 2 arithmetic, you know, if both the bits are same 1 1 like that. Equivalently, now we get the part when you are trying to add these two polynomial, I mean subtract these two polynomial, the terms will be same. Subtracting means this, that is going to so okay, x raised to 14 minus x raised to 14, they will cancel each other and there is no term at all. But you know, here x raised to 13 is absent something, so it is like a 0 minus x raised to 13, but it is not like a normal subtraction. It is XOR or modulo 2 subtraction, that is equivalent to XOR operation. So it is something like 0 and 1 XOR is 1, so that is equivalent to this x raised to 30. So simply both terms are present, nothing will come in the answer. If one is absent, the other one is present, which is present, that will be propagated towards the answer. That's all. So here this x raised to 12 not here, that is why it is came here. X raised to 11 is coming here. Here both are absent, then nothing will happen. Both are present, then also nothing will come up. Okay, x raised to 9, here x raised to 8, only one term is, so that will come in the answer. So again now it is going one time. Now take the difference, like 13 minus 5, it is 8. So simply multiply this as a whole with x raised to 8. It will be x raised to 13 and x raised to 12 like that. So these two terms are going to vanish because both are present. X raised to 11, something like this. And you know, as that is the case, two bits are missing, right? So you need this, you have to take this x raised to 7. Here also you have to take the x raised to 6. As it is absent, nothing is coming here. Okay, and again this 11 and 5, the difference is some 6. So simply you multiply this as a whole with x raised to 6, x raised to 11, x raised to 10, like that it will come, and this is absent. Okay, so simply do that process, and finally see, you are getting, continue the process, and finally you are getting this, and that is nothing but I mean 1 1 1 triple 1, then see x raised 0 term is absent 0, and as you know this is a degree 5 polynomial, or there are how many bits? 4 bits are there. So the final remainder is not 4 bits actually, x raised 5 bits will be there, right? X raised to 0, x raised to 1, x raised to 2, x raised to 3, x raised to 4, x raised to 3, those things are absent actually. So equivalently when you are converting it as a polynomial, I think it is a 6-bit polynomial, sorry, 0 to 6 there are 6 coefficients are coming, 6-bit polynomial, so n minus k plus 1, so n minus k has to be 5-bit. So the result you have to provide as a 5-bit polynomial. If it is a binary representation, it will be some 5 bits, that is 0 triple 1 0. But as a polynomial, we can pass it like x raised to 3, x raised to 2, x. That is equivalent to the binary coefficient 0 triple 1 0. Okay, so both are same, one and same only. Simply we are doing it in a two different way. So just look at the question. 90% of the time they will be asking the normal binary, or they will not give any restriction. Simply, even though something is given in polynomial form, you can convert back into binary, and you can do just like what we done in the part 7 if you are comfortable with that. Otherwise you can proceed in this way. But if in the question they are clearly saying that you have to perform the CRC division, everything you have to consider as a CRC polynomial is something like that, then you have to do the process like this. But always you can keep the other process in your mind, and accordingly you can execute this. So hope this is also clear for you. Okay, with that we will end up our discussion on CRC, particularly CRC polynomial. And now we have to see something more about the polynomial and or the CRC pattern by which you are going to divide it, because it is having a crucial role in the final residual error and in that part. Okay, so if it want to if we want to reduce the residual error rate, or we have to detect all possible errors, accordingly in a wise way you have to choose your CRC polynomial, and that I will give a glimpse on it, because it is not possible for me to give a proof about why it is. Simply I'll be giving the results that we already have, but the proof and all, if you are interested, you can see in detail. So those things we will see in the next part. With that we will wind up CRC. Okay, thank you. And for more clarity, you please take some previous year question paper or somewhere. Simply Google it also, you will get a number of questions, and you execute it and understand well. And if you have any doubt on the way while doing the process, you can definitely you can ask me. I will clarify your doubt. Okay, particularly ask me what is which I taken this problem and not able to proceed. I will explain for sure. Okay, in our live session, or you can contact me personally. Thank you.